So good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Our today's session is importance of soft skills in the professional life. Okay. You would have listened two names. One is soft skill as well as hard skills. Okay. Today we will discuss about soft skills and their importance in the professional life. Okay. That why the professional skills, the soft skills are important in the life. Okay. We will discuss about it all today. And what are the like soft skills? What is their importance? Why they are required? How they help professional to grow in their career. Okay, and what exactly soft skills are, we will discuss it all today. Okay, let's start from here. What are soft skills? Okay, soft skills are those skills which are desirable qualities required for a job with the hard skills. Soft skills are desirable qualities, okay, that are required for a job with the hard skills. Okay, these are desirable qualities. Desirable means they are not mandatorily required, but if that are associated with the job or with a person with the hard skills, then a person can do much better than a person who is having only hard skills. Okay, uh, I'll brief you little about hard skills here. Hard skills are those skills which are mandatorily required to perform a job. So for example, you are a data analyst, then to perform the data analysis or to become a data scientist, you must have good knowledge of Python, R. You must be good on numerical. You must have analytical skills. Okay, so these are all are the skills. What are the hard skills? If you're a programmer, then you must have good programming skills, so that is called your hard skill. Okay, if you are accountant, then you must have good knowledge of accountancy. That is again hard skill for the accountant. If you are a labor worker, then you should have good physics so that you can do the labor work. If you are an architecture, then you should have good architecture design knowledge. If you are a teacher, then you should have good teaching skills, that as well as the subject knowledge. So that is hard skills. Now what role plays these soft skills? Why these soft skills are important? Okay, although the things, if a person is having hard skills, then the things can be done, he can do his job. But if a person is having soft skills also, then he can do much better than a person who is having only hard skills. Okay, kindly mute yourself, use mic is on unmute. So most demanded soft skills are, we will discuss about these most demanded soft skills. One is communication skill, that is your soft skill. Your interpersonal skills, okay, your public speaking skill, your leadership skills, your conflict management skills, your decision making skills, your time management skills, your stress management skills. Okay, adaptability, your problem solving skills. These are some of the skills that are mostly required to perform a job. Say for example, you do have a lot of knowledge inside you, you know each and everything. Okay, you can perform a job better, but if you cannot communicate that, if you cannot tell that to anybody, then what is the use of those skills? So communication skill is most important. If you are working in a team, if you are working in a team, and that team, if you can communicate effectively, if you can do good listening with your team members, then definitely that is going to help you a lot. Okay, on the same time, interpersonal skills are those skills which makes you or help you to interact well with your teammates, with your colleagues, or with the environment where you are working in, whosoever would be there. Okay, and also the communication skills and interpersonal skills help you to make good rapport with the persons who are in the hierarchy in the workplace. They would be your subordinates, they would be your juniors, they would be your seniors or super seniors. Okay, if you have good communication skills, then you can show it up. Guys, here communication skills means, many of the people do think that communication skills means only the English communication skill. Okay, it's not about that. I'm not talking about language of speaking or medium of speaking. I'm talking here about communication skills, that how effectively you can communicate your message to other person who is working with you or who is in front of you. Okay, so communication means how you make other people understand that what message you are trying to convey to him. Okay, interpersonal skills are those skills what helps you to out to make good rapport with the peoples. Then it comes public speaking. Okay, if you do have good public speaking, in that case what you can do is, many times nowadays in offices also there used to be so many functions. If in those functions you are given a chance, and many times nowadays culture is not like that, he only boss will come and he will give his speech and will everyone have to listen to him and that's it. No, now things have completely been changed. Now boss comes, he do delivers his lecture whatever he do have, then he asks your his colleagues, his teammates as well as subordinates, that whatever you do have in your mind you can let us know. Okay, you can communicate at that time. If you raise any question also in the in front of so many of your your colleagues or your teammates, at that time public speaking is required. And nowadays there are so many marketing jobs that require public speaking. So this public speaking is again demanded soft skill. Leadership skill is that skill in which you can lead other people's. Okay, leadership skill cannot be like that you are given 5 members under you and you become a boss. Okay, and you lead them. No, nowadays that era has gone. Now to become a leader it is mandatory that you take so many pain, you take so much pain, you keep your team happy, you know share the credit given to you, you share that credit with the teammates. You do lead your subordinates, you do guide them, you do have trust on them, you do have good rapport with them, you do get your things by them, not by power but by your goodness. Okay, that is your leadership skills. Then it comes conflict management, that how well you can manage conflict in the team or with your colleagues, with your seniors, when you're with your juniors. Okay, a conflict is again a very good term that is used in management, that if there is some problem to anybody, how that problem can be resolved out. Okay, how you can make the things on the right track. If there is something people are not on the same track, people are having different viewpoints, in that case how you can manage that conflict, how you can come to a single point and you can decide that what is right, what is wrong. Okay, next comes decision making skills, how well decision you can make on any point. Nowadays so many problems do comes. Okay, problem solving skill also used to be there, but at the same time decision making skills, you do have you do have so many projects in your company, you can have so many you would have to take so many number of decisions in your job while working for the whole day, like to decide this or to decide that or to decide that or this. Okay, in that case if you have good decision making skill, in that case you can choose the better one. So that is your decision making skill. Time management, how effectively you manage your time, how much time you do give to your extracurriculum activities, how much time you do give to your daily routine activities, how much time you do give in your job. At your job also, how much time to give to prepare a presentation, how much time to give to the listening with the teammates, how much time to give to complete your task, how much time to give or how much time to assign for your task, specific task in each in your job. In your job, so you would have so many tasks, and inside that task also you would have some tasks, that what task to be completed first. Okay, that is time management skills. Next comes stress management. Nowadays everybody knows, and this is very at high nowadays, that how you manage the stress. Should to manage the stress, what you should do is, how you can manage the stress, how you can make the work life balance. So that is also very important. Okay, the stress management nowadays is being researched by so many universities, so many institutions, so many research centers, that how the stress can be reduced, how people can be good at work, how they can have an open mind, how they can work well, how they can have their good mental state. So these are some of the skills, soft skills. Next comes adaptability. Adaptability word in itself is a wide, very wide in term. Okay, adaptability, when we talk from the perspective of job, it takes so many things in in its perspective. Say for example, all of a sudden your new boss comes, then how and he do have different policies, he want to get the things done by you in a different manner, then how you are going to adapt with him, how you are going to do the things according to him. How your new leader is coming, how you are, following him, how he is ordering you. He would ask you to change some of your working style. Then how you adapt that working style, working culture. How, sometimes, nowadays the world is totally technological. Now so many technologies are being changed. So how do you adapt the new technology by leaving the other one behind? So these are some of the, adaptability skills. How early you can, adapt those skills and adapt those, changes, so that your work may not suffer. Next comes problem solving. There used to come, while you are on the work, so many problems do come over there. In that case, it becomes important that how do you do solve that problems. Okay, sometimes, what happens when we are working and we face some challenges or the problems. In that case, it is not always good to go to your boss, that sir, I'm facing this problem, how to solve it out. But it is always good that you go with the problem to your boss, but you take that problem solution also. And if in case your boss, your junior, or your company, owner is having some kind of problem, then if it's good if you go with a, solution to that. So problem solving skills also are most, demanded skills nowadays. Every employer means the, it would be your boss, or it would be your, the company owner or director or MD, whosoever we can term it out. Okay, they are looking for the persons who are having, problem, but they are having their solutions also with them. Now no one is having so much time that you go with your problem and he do solve out your problems. Okay, so how well you are on solving the problems, that is also most important nowadays. Now these are again the same points here written in the, graphical form or pictorial form. Communication skills, interpersonal skills, public speaking skills, leadership skills, conflict management, decision making, time management, and stress management. Okay, now why the communication skills are required? Okay, both written and verbal communication skill are of utmost important in the workplace, because they set the tone for how people perceive you. Okay, they also improve your chances of building relationship with co-workers. Communication skills boost your performance because they help you to extract clear expectations from your manager, so that you can deliver excellent work. Okay, why employer look for it? Workers are more productive when they know how to communicate with their peers. Why or why employers look for it is because workers are more productive when they know how to communicate with their peers, says Robinson. If you can clearly express the who, what, when, where, why, and how of a project, you will be a hot ticket. Okay, now how to get the, good communication skills, or how to gain these communication skills? One way to hone your communication skill and presentation skills to join Toastmasters, a national organization that offers public speaking workshops. You can do like that. Next comes your teamwork. Now why teamwork is required, why employer look for it,
Excuse
and
me.
how. Yeah.
Uh, I'm sorry, sir, to interrupt you. My name is Kuntal.
Okay.
Sir, can we get these slides of the presentation?
uh yeah, you can get these slides. One thing is that also, and second thing is, now you would be seeing it in your it on your screen, then you can take screenshots also.
Okay, fine, sir.
Or what
Thank
I'll
you.
do is, you just ping to me, I'll share my WhatsApp number with you, I'll share this slide with you. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Now next comes your teamwork. Okay, why do you need it? A company's success is really dependent on one person doing something all by him or herself. Success is the result of many people working towards a common goal. So that becomes a team. Okay, when employees can synthesize their varied talents, everyone wins. Bonus at that time, having friends at work can also boost your job satisfaction. As per the, a Gallup poll found, why employer look for it? Employer look to a team player to help build a friendly office culture, which helps retain employees, and in turn attracts top talent. Okay. Furthermore, being able to collaborate well with your co-workers strengthens the quality of your work. So these are the points why the employer look for it. That is the required, that why employer or why you need it. Then it comes that how you can gain it, how you can become a good team player, or how you can do work well in a team to generate goodwill and lend a hand when you see a co-worker in need. Okay. To generate goodwill, what you need to do is lend a hand, give him in your hand, and when you can see a co-worker in need, hey, I know you have ton on your plate. How can I help? Another way to build rapport is to cover for a colleague while she's on vacation, says business etiquettes and career coach, courage and let ginger. Okay. Next comes adaptability. How you can, change, adapt the change, how you can be good on the adaptability. Okay. So why you need it? Soft skills help you to manage reality, and the reality is things don't always go as planned. Okay. Things do not always go as planned. Instead of digging in your heels, you need to be able to pivot and find alternate solutions. Okay. Successful leaders are the ones who know how to be flexible when the problem arises. Why employer look for it? The speed of change in any given workplace is so rapid. Okay, executive coach is author getting ahead, 3 steps to take your career to the next level consecutively. Consequently, employer need workers who can adapt to industry shifts and keep the company in current. Okay, how you can gain it? You can push yourself to be an early adapter of change. For example, adapting to technology without mourning what used to be true yesterday is crucial for people to see as someone who is capable of meeting new challenges, says Garfinkel. Inquire about trading sessions and offer to teach your coworkers what you learn. Okay, adaptability is again the point we discussed earlier. How you can gain it? You can gain it through some of the the trainings. You can train once you know something. You can train your colleagues also. You can train your teammates also, and the employers look for it because nowadays there become so many changes on the workplace, not in one industry but in many industries nowadays. So many good or high level of machines are coming, what can solve out human problems, or what can do uh, thousands of people's work in hours. So that are some of the changes, and nowadays new technologies are coming in the machines, what are most important to be learned to operate by the peoples. And if we talk from the perspective of IT industry, in that case there are coming so many technologies nowadays that becomes most important to learn, even at age of 60 or 59, also at the retirement age also. In IT companies you must have to learn new skills, or you will have to adapt the changes. Next comes problem solving, like we discussed, people, when you need it, when something goes wrong, you can either complain or take action. What you can do is, when something goes wrong, either you can complain or take action. It's latter that will get you noticed. Knowing that how to think on your feet can make you indispensable to an employer. Okay. Why employer look for it? Nothing is given. Company rarely rely on a problem solver, aka their top performer, to navigate unexpected challenges. Okay. Company depends on whom? Company depends upon the problem solvers, so that if there is any kind of problem in a company, he can solve it out. Company do not look for the people who goes to the boss and ask for a solution, that what should I do, sir, I got stuck here. Now, how to gain it? Always approach your boss with a solution. Like I told you, not a problem, says Robinson. So when an issue crops up, sit down and think thoroughly how you are going to address it before bringing it to your boss attention. Next comes critical observation or critical thinking. Why do you need it? Data doesn't mean much if you don't know how to interpret it. Is there a pattern emerging? what you need to do is critical observation. You must observe the things, observe the data. What else you should to do, be looking for. Being critical observer can help to make you better worker all around. Why employers look for it? Company need critical thinkers, people who bring a fresh perspective and offer intuitive solution and ideas to help the company get a leg up on the competition or improve internal processes. Okay, now how you can gain it? To be a critical observer, you need to be able to analyze information, put it to use. One tactic is to try to identify pattern or behavior at work. For example, does your boss actually read the weekly sales report? What was her reaction to the bad news in the staff meeting? What was the best time of day to approach your manager with a question? By observing how people respond to the constant flow of information, you can better understand the critical aspect of improving business operations. Okay, so critical thinking, if becomes important, there comes so many problems, there comes so many things, there comes so many operations in mid of the day. In that case, how to react, or how do you observe that situations is most important. So you should have critical observation skills. How you can resolve the conflicts? Then it comes to conflict resolution. At any time you put more than one person into an organization, there is going to be conflict. Okay, it's a human nature. Therefore, being able to resolve issues with coworkers will help you to maintain a relationship with peers and work more efficiently or effectively. Why it is required? Because of this reason. Why employer want it? Why it is required by an employer? It is very simple. Everybody wants that whosoever is working in his company or in his organization, he should be good, or they should have good relationship among others, so that they can work well and they can be more productive. Okay, so that is the reason that employer need it. Now how you can gain it? How you can get the conflict resolution skills? The best way to resolve disagreements between co-workers is to address issues directly but delicately. Okay, so when stepping in as a mediator, let both the parties at their uh, grievances in a judgment free environment, and then work together to find a solution. This is the only way that you can gain it. Next comes leadership. How you can gain leadership skills? Having confidence and clear vision can help influence your co-workers. What if you will have confidence and clear vision? In that case, it will influence your co-workers and get them on board with your ideas now and in the future. Displaying such leadership skills help you to gain visibility within an organization, which can lead to more opportunities for promotions or salary bumps. Okay, why employers want it? Bosses and managers are always looking for employees with the leadership potential, because those workers will one day be taking over the reins and building in company's legacy. So that is the reason that is required by the employers. Now how you can gain it? Being a leader isn't merely about getting people to do what you want. Like I told you earlier, it is not like whatever you say to the people, they should do it. It is work of boss. But what is work of boss is? Work of boss is to inspiring and helping others to reach their full potential. One way to do that is become the internship supervisor, which gives you the opportunity to manage people, learn how to motivate them, and take one more responsibility. Okay, now what is the importance of these soft skills? These soft skills help you to improve the retention rate. Your employer do not leave you if you do have good soft skills. Improve satisfaction. If you do have good soft skills, in that case you will be able to do good at your workplace, and you will have good level of satisfaction, because you can overcome every problem whatever will come in your way while you are working in any company, in any organization, or wherever you are working in. It will help you to improve your teamwork. Once you get the soft skills, like we discussed earlier, team working skills, in that case definitely you will be able to do good teamwork. That will help you again to improve the teamwork, and that will again help you to retain more or to stay more with the company you are working in. Then improved productivity. If you are working within an organization, it will help you to improve the productivity and results will be more. Improve leadership skills or improve leadership. When you will be managed, you will be a good team player, you will be having, you know, good conflict resolution skills, you will be having good communication skills. In that case, you will be, you know, able to be work under a good leaders. And next comes grow a network. If you will have good communication skills, if you have good, you know, listening skills, in that case it will help you out to grow a network in the company. If you are working in the sales department, you can have good listening with the, you know, marketing department, you can have good listening with the operations department. If you are having, you know, good you know, all these skills, that is soft skills, in that case you can maintain good relationship with the people who are working in the backend, with the persons who are, you know, developing the product. And later on that your network will help you out to grow in your career. Maybe next time they would give, you know, good feedback about you, they would, you know, help you to get a new job, they would help you to gain new skills, they would get you so many things. So your, you know, these soft skills help you to grow your network. Then facilitate growth. If you will be working in the right track, you will be having all these skills, definitely you will be having good, you know, image in the company. But definitely we know there are so many things, if you will learn all these things, definitely you are going to have a good image in the company. That will help you to facilitate your growth in the terms of designation, in the terms of, you know, salary also, or the, you know, remuneration also. So the all these things helps in this also. Maintain relationships. If in case you will leave the company also, in that case also a person having good soft skills can maintain good relationship with any company. You will get, you know, good confidence when you will be working in line with the company policies, with the company, you know, peers, with company profile, with companies policies. In that case, and you are doing good also, definitely a person who is, you know, having all the skills like time management, teamwork, he is going to do good in the job. And that doing good in the job, that good performance or good productivity will help you to gain confidence, that will improve your confidence, and that will help you out to grow up in your career. Then it becomes, you know, professional development. Definitely when you do have all the soft skills, in that case you will be having a clear idea, clear, you know, contrast, that what you should do, what you should not do. In that case, how you can professionally develop yourself. Thank you so much. That's it for the today. We discussed. Okay, if you have some of your queries, then you can ask me out here. Students, do you have some of your queries?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.